Greetings, Toon fans, and welcome to a special dinner edition of the Core News Report here on the Collapse Cafe of the Doomstead Diner. And tonight, something very special. I'm here with a good friend of mine, a relatively new friend, a neighbor, a millennial, but like me, he's also a cook, okay? And so, our dinner here is the collaboration of two Collapse cooks. Jacob grilled the steak, did all the seasoning on the steak. We sous vide'd it. And I've done sous vide videos for those of you who have watched some of the shows. And he also grilled the asparagus. I did the twice baked potato. And I also did the soup, which is a fish chowder. Okay, it's I would say Alaskan fish chowder, but I think the shrimp that's in it came from Thailand, and the scallops probably came from the Philippines or Indonesia, and the clams, who the hell knows where they came from? Some canning factory somewhere. But it's got lots of good stuff in it. It's also got a lot of good veggies. Okay, I got carrots in there, and zucchini, and I think some eggplant, and I'm not sure what else. I just threw in the kitchen sink of vegetables. Alright, so we're just going to chow down and shoot the shit about Collapse, because Jacob is also familiar with what's going on in the world, and has his own millennial perspective, which is good. So you got a boomer and a millennial here, right? Both ends of the spectrum of people who are dealing with it. So anyway, all right, let's chat on, Jake.
Yeah, I really want to try the steak.
Oh, you're going to go to the steak first? I'm starting with the soup, traditional.
It's been eyeballing me. I just got to try at least a piece of it. Very tender.
Yeah. The sous vide does that. Yeah. It's very good with this sort of stuff. So, you're back to work at the restaurant tomorrow. They're opening it all back up. A little bit, anyway.
Yeah, they're doing a quarter opening.
Yeah, so what are the restrictions? What are the rules?
So, as far as I'm aware, the rules are that you have to be 10 feet away from, customers have to be 10 feet away from each other. And that all guests are reservations only. So we're going to start off, and we're going to be at quarter capacity until either they decide that they want to close things back down, or they decide that they want to open things even more. And I guess we're going to see in the coming weeks what they really decide as far as that goes.
What do you have any expectations in terms of what type of traffic you're going to get? You think you're going to get much traffic?
I think we're going to get a decent amount of traffic. I think people want to not cook because they've been cooking for themselves for a while. Especially people who aren't as savvy at cooking. Me and you, we cook, so cooking at home isn't really a big deal to us. Other people, it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? What is this like? What's in front of me? What's going on?
Yeah, that's why all the frozen pizzas were.
Yeah, that's why they had a frozen pizza and chicken tenders. Yeah.
If you can microwave it, that's what they bought. I brought the sake out, and I forgot the fucking cup for the sake. I have to go get that. What about the takeout business? I guess they laid you off for the last couple of weeks. So, talk to any other people there? How much takeout business they saw?
Takeout business is it's okay. I mean, there's a little bump around lunchtime, and then there's always a decent rush between about 5 and 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But other than that, it's very, very slow. So there's not really a whole need for a lot of staff, and there were a couple of other people that were hurting a lot worse than me for money. So and I have asthma, so I was like, I can take 2 weeks off work for a little bit, maybe give somebody else a chance to make some money and give me the chance to try and avoid catching this thing for as long as possible.
Right.
So.
And you said your unemployment check was just about as much as you were making with the cut hours.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So if I can avoid going back to work, and make the same amount of money, then I definitely would. But getting that full check will help me pay my bills. So if they end up not giving me my full hours, I might not stay around for a whole lot longer. There. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how that goes. You haven't got your stimulus check yet, right?
I have not gotten my stimulus. I've just been waiting. I filed my taxes, I want to say, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So I was a little bit late on filing them, which is part of the reason I think it might be late. But I know that a lot of other people have already gotten theirs. So I just hope I get it soon, It'd be hilarious if this whole thing came and went and I never got anything at all.
Well, I'm starting to get suspicious because I talked to about half a dozen of the clerks and stockers at Three Bears, and just asked them casually, have you got your
You got your check?
have you gotten your check? Not a single person that I asked has gotten their stimulus check.
That's ridiculous.
So I am starting to wonder if these things are really going out, who they're going out to, and so forth.
Well, my mom supposedly got a stimulus check.
Did she?
She has hers set up through a direct deposit. So
See, but I have direct deposit. I
I have
filed
it as well.
I filed my taxes last year. I filed them again this year. Plus, I'm on the Treasury Department's list for direct deposit because that's how they deposit my Social Security, right?
Yeah. So it should be very easy for them to get that money to you.
Yeah, I should have been in the first wave of people in the first week. But so far, no money. So we will see. If you want more butter or something for your potato, you can get bring some more butter in. And more sour cream.
Oh.
I loaded it up with plenty of.
Oh yeah.
Roasted asparagus done just right.
I just wish we had eaten a little faster. I said I just wish we had eaten a little faster. Get it while it was a little warmer.
Yeah, well, how to set up the cameras, We've got to share our experience with the world of collapseniks and whatnot. And then the whole, I'm, a huge concern of mine, in this thing is food. So I've always been obsessed with it, and all the aspects that we're going to run into here. The just-in-time delivery failure, the ability to actually get the stuff to the markets, for people to buy, whether the money is going to actually work to buy the food. I mean, there are so many questions now. We had a panic buying scenario in the first couple of weeks, but we haven't really seen yet complete systemic failure. I'm not sure when or if that's what's going to kick in. It'd be nice if I could keep my fucking silverware on the table. When we're going to see this shit kick in, I don't know.
I'm not sure if COVID itself is something that is severe enough to cause a crash, but I feel like people's reaction to it could definitely cause it. We've had all these crazy protests and stuff like that. People screaming, freaking out, acting like they're oppressed because they're told that they have to keep a distance from people and stay inside if possible and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm curious about that 10-foot distance at the restaurant. Do you have 10 feet across the table when you're sitting facing the person that you're eating with? I mean, we're not 10 feet away from each other, and this is the
No,
typical
but
distance, I think.
the way it'll work is essentially, whatever your party is, they can be as close together, as as you want, essentially, as far as I'm aware. And then that party has to be 10 feet away from the next party.
Oh, okay.
So it's by the groups that they're going to be doing that. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure if reopening is really the best idea. I mean, I think it'll probably cause more infections, and it might speed the process up along a little bit, so we don't have to be shut down for so long. But if we lose a lot of lives because of that, it's not really worth it, in my opinion.
Everybody should see the skulls. Yeah, well, it's, the more open things are, this thing has a very high RO, that's its infectivity, and
Yeah.
it'll inevitably lead to more cases. But on the other hand, it is true that we can't function without an economy functioning either. And so some sort of balance has to be achieved here, but nobody knows what that balance is or can really articulate a good plan.
Well, one of the things that I found interesting is that, like, a lot of people are like, we need to reopen the economy because, we can't just have the country shut down for this long. People are, they can't pay their bills. What if they get kicked out? What if they can't pay for food? What if this? What if that? And, on one hand, we need to make sure these people have, like, money so they can, pay their bills and stuff like that. But on the other hand, we don't want them to be going around and, like, infecting, other people. So I feel like the problem is that we don't have any money. And for some people, they think the solution is, all right, let's reopen everything. Let's get the beast, let's get the machine rolling. Let's get the gears cranking.
Yeah, pretend like it isn't happening.
Pretend like it isn't happening.
Yeah,
carry on.
Sweep the dead people under the rug.
And just ignore them.
Right.
But I don't really. I don't think that that's right. So I think that instead of approaching the problem of wow, we don't have any money and we have this horrible problem happening, instead of approaching it and going, oh, we should reopen, we should reopen everything, instead we should approach it and go, why don't we have any money right now? Like, this hasn't even been going on 3 months,
Well,
and people are running out of savings, and
more than half of the
pay their
country,
bills.
people don't have enough money to cover a $400
expense.
Yeah,
I know. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
If I was hit by a $400 expense, I'd be done. If my car broke down or something. That's why that ice puddle out there that we keep on driving our cars into. Yeah.
Well, if you get if something goes wrong when you're going through there, I would go ahead and just take that cost right off my rent check and say, I'm charging this to you guys.
You guys are supposed to make sure that I can, drive down my driveway without, my car getting impaled by an icicle.
Yeah, well, look at me. I mean, if I, God forbid, need to call 911 and get an ambulance in here, and they can't get through. I mean, there were a couple of times in the winter, we couldn't get through.
Yeah.
Then, I die, and, what should who holds them accountable? It is total negligence. It's illegal, and but so far, Wasilla Police, the state troopers, nobody has fined them or done any of the things that might get them to fix it.
That's going to take a lawyer suing them for damages for them to finally change their mind.
Yeah, I've considered it.
Yeah, I've considered it. I mean, I had a huge chunk of plastic fly off my car last time I went over that thing. I could feel my car, like scraping bottom, like with the bottom of my oil pan,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and you're only here for what, 6-8 months now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here I'm in this complex for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's been like that the whole time I was here. Every winter. Same shit. And every winter, every spring, I go in and complain. They say, oh yeah, we're going to fix it
next year.
Yeah, we're going to fix it. End of the summer, September, October. Contracting for it now. September and October come and go. And nothing was done.
Well, they have that pipe there, but it's so clogged up that nothing.
That's right.
Nothing can ever go
through
it.
It's just not correctly done.
No,
the whole culvert system, the grading.
No,
it's just not done right.
The way the pipe is that water can't actually it can't actually keep on flowing down. So then the water gets frozen in the middle of it, and then more water goes on top of it. Eventually, when a little thaw happens, builds up. All of a sudden, the water's going over the road instead of underneath it.
Right.
So.
Yep, that whole thing has to be dug up. It has to be, gravel has to be put in, has to be built up, to grade, and then a proper culvert has to be installed. Actually, they need to probably put in 2 pipes, not just one.
Yeah.
And
the one they have there, it looks like it's like sagging, like bent too, it's squished.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't really looked at it that close. But I went through there first time a couple of days ago on my cripple cart. And, I was afraid I was going to tip over into the water.
Yeah.
It was go right along the edge. There was enough purchase for my wheels and for my bats to stay above the water line, last thing I need is short out the cripple cart. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah. No.
So, I don't want to freeze to death in the, from hypothermia in the water, and I can't get out, and I don't want my cripple cart to short out, So it's a risky business right now to do that, but at the same time, I've been cooped up all winter in the digs here, and I'm ready to get out and
get some fresh air.
Whatever.
Yeah. That would be so nice right now. Yeah. Yeah, like we were saying about the $400 expense. I mean, you can't really, like the average American can't really afford a $400 expense.
Right. Well, it's savings overall. If somebody has a full month of savings, in other words, enough money to pay their bills and pay the rent, insurance for the car, gas for the car, so they get to work, assuming that they have a job and it's still open. Without any income coming in, again, probably half the people in the country can't do that.
Yeah.
And for myself, after I got crippled, I went for 7 months. Want to go see who's at the door?
Yeah.
Nobody ever comes by here and knocks on the door.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, you just sounded in real quick. Did you want to talk to?
Is it Susie?
Yes. Guess who?
Come on in, Susie.
I have a lit cigarette. Is that okay?
That's fine. I got your $20 for you. Oh no, wait a minute. I think I gave it to Jacob to buy me cigarettes. You shit out of luck.
Hey, I brought you a couple bananas, fresh.
I have bananas.
You could still use these.
Okay.
Potassium. And what are you doing over there?
We're having dinner.
Having dinner, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I brought it empty.
Ah, empty. There's a full one on the.
Eddie went to Kenai this morning, so I'm
you're celebrating. He's gone.
Yeah, yeah, for now.
Yeah, there's another one on the table over there. On the.
Where's your ashtray, John? I found it.
There's a couple of them over there. There's another bottle by the pressure cooker by the Instant Pot.
Well, this looks nice.
Oh yeah.
We did. We had a barbecue ribeye and roasted asparagus and twice baked potato and seafood chowder. A real gourmet meal.
Cooking, huh?
Great. Jacob's a cook also. So we collaborated.
And you live next door, right?
Yeah, I went through.
Yeah. So, got ourselves a real little community here now.
Yeah. Hang out. Eat food.
John's been here longer than I have.
No.
I think
He's been here a
Darlene
long
is here
time.
longer than me, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's still badass though. Don't pay attention to her. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Put fun in quotation
Yeah.
on that, yeah. But I would say interesting. She's interesting. You know?
To me, that's fun.
Yeah.
A little spontaneous, little erratic.
Well, that and she doesn't give a shit about what people think about what
Okay.
she does or says. She's a lot like John, only a female version.
Okay. I'll remember that, Susie.
No wonder you quit calling me. You made a new friend.
What?
No wonder you
Yeah,
quit
exactly,
calling.
because you hardly ever came by, so I was like, I gotta find somebody who's a little more reliable. You know?
I've just
It's
been
like,
sitting on my
you weren't
ass.
as bad as what's his name across the street over there.
Well,
you
I
know?
tried to warn you. I'm the spaciest woman on earth.
Yeah, that'd be a challenge too.
No
But,
excuse with the kids or husband.
Right. So anyway, Jacob's been great, and we've gone on a couple of shopping expeditions together.
Good.
And
good.
whatnot. So,
That's good. That's great.
so like I said, I just gave him the $20 I was going to give you for those
Oh.
smokes you bought. So
Yeah.
I'll have to give them to you next time.
No worries.
Yeah.
I just want a refill. That's it.
You just want the refill.
He buys it in bulk.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's going to be it for me. The rest is going for leftovers. And that's all to do. This time, until next time, here on the Corona News, whatever, report of the Collapse Cafe of the Doomstead Diner. Hasta la leftovers.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah.